It's Peggy Sideratos. For those of you who don't know me, I am a former teacher and the author of the Light Giver Stories books and the Light Giver Stories workbook, which are stories to help raise emotionally healthy children. And today I'm here actually to talk about how we can restore hope to children. This has been a particularly difficult season in our lives. And it's usually during the time of the new year that we set new goals, we put new visions for ourselves. We start to think of better days lying ahead, what we want to accomplish, what goals we have set, and what we want our life to look like. And it's very easy, especially nowadays, to kind of get discouraged when the vision of what we want or what we expected um, doesn't go exactly the way we want it, come as quickly, perhaps, as we would have wanted it to. I mean, we know that there's so much chaos going on, and the COVID crisis still looms and continues. And, we're still wearing our masks and not being able to see our loved ones. And depending where we're living, dealing with maybe some really strict lockdowns and restrictions. And this can be especially hard on children. And we have to become very mindful of that. And so the question becomes is how do we help them? How do we explain this in a way to them that will help restore hope for them? That 2021 is going to bring better days, and there are better days ahead. Um, because right now, things may not be looking as different as they were a couple of weeks ago in 2020. And the best way, really, that I thought of how we can explain this is to describe it as a period, like a period of time, a season. And we know that there are some seasons, especially adults who have gone through so many changes and difficulties. We go through seasons that can be extraordinarily, um, and they're just difficulties and challenges that come sometimes. And sometimes they're even sandwiched together, like one on top of the other. I know that I've gone through plenty of seasons where it was like, how much more can I handle? Where I felt like I just had to buckle and I was really drawn to my knees in prayer. And then there are other seasons that go smoother, seasons that are happier, peaceful, where things we experience a little bit more joy and prosperity and ease. And I love those seasons. And I'm sure not the only one who loves those seasons. There's a lot of us who love those seasons, and we wish those were the only seasons that we ever had to go through. But unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. We have to go through the hills and the valleys. But just like the seasons of the year, where we have like winter and spring and summer and fall, they only last for a period of time. And then things change once again. Things are consistently changing. Maybe if you live in a more tropical climate, you may not see the seasons change as drastically as we do, at least here in the Northeast, where it's a lot more dramatic. But seasons do change, and they do alter, and things do move. We know this as adults, and we know that nothing ever changes or stays, excuse me, exactly the way it is. There's always a consistency of change, just like children change and plants and everything. It's always growing, it's always changing. And even through the roughest seasons, even through the dead of winter, when we think all is bare, when the trees seem to have no life on them, and those deciduous trees have dropped all their leaves, and it looks as if there's no life, always comes. change always comes. Growth always happens again. I remember this one particular day when I was teaching first graders, although it's happened more than once, but one time I was teaching first graders. And I had prepared this extensive day of lessons because it was the first day of spring. So here I am, I'm reading them stories, and we're talking about, the growth of plants, and, you know, flowers are going to be blooming and butterflies are going to be coming and the warmer temperatures are going to be coming. And I have all these art projects prepared for us to do, butterflies and spring flowers, so we can decorate the room and make our classroom look so beautiful. And there was a blizzard that day. So yes, the irony of that, right? But that happens because the season change. Things don't change according to our calendar. Just because we said Happy New Year doesn't mean everything is going to change overnight. And just because the calendar says spring or winter or fall, it doesn't mean that everything is going to happen on that exact date. It's gradual. The spring did come that year. The temperatures did eventually warm up, and the flowers bloomed, and the grass grew, and the trees grew their leaves again. And we were able to go outside and play and smell flowers. It does happen. It just didn't happen on our timetable, at the rate that we wanted, in the way that we wanted. And that's the way really life goes. It just took a while for us to see those changes happening. But we just need to be mindful, because it's so easy to get caught up in the always and the never lies. The lies that say, oh my goodness, things are always going to be this way and things are never going to change. And that's a lie, because they're consistently changing. And this too, this difficult season, this too shall pass. And we just have to look at it as a simple chapter in the book of our lives. And there's many more chapters yet that have to be written. This is just one chapter. So even if we feel disheartened sometimes, which happens with everybody, and especially if the children in our lives feel disheartened, we just have to keep reminding them it's a season, it will pass, it's just a chapter in our book, it is not the full story. We are moving forward. Things will be getting better. Time will show better days. Time will bring better days. So we just have to hold on, but really use the seasons as a way to communicate this to children. I think it's a great example. And you may have better examples. I'm not going to say to you that I'm the only authority on giving examples. So even if you have an idea that you would like to share with anybody, pop it in the comments, and let's do this together. We are in this life together. We're here all really to help one another. It's not a competition of, hey, who can handle things better. It's a team effort. We have to love one another, help one another. And as I always say, we have to be light givers. Share your gifts, share your love, share your kindness, share your patience with everybody, with the people who maybe are very much like you, or the people who are very different than you. It doesn't matter. We're all people, and we all need help during this season, and all the children need help. And that should be our ultimate goal. And I hope, dear friends, that this year, 2021, is one of the most beautiful chapters in your book in the book of your life, and in the lives also of the people that you love. This chapter is just beginning. So stay positive, stay hopeful, and better days are ahead. Well, that's all I'm going to be talking about today. Today was just a short little message. I thank those of you who were able to pop on, and I thank those of you who have been light giver fans. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all the positive feedback that you've been giving me. Again, share this with your friends and let them know about the Light Giver Stories books and the Light Giver Stories workbooks, and let them also know that 2 free lessons and 2 free stories are being given away on my website, www.thelightgiverstories.com. A little pop-up window will come out and ask you if you want free stories. Just click, give me your email address and your first name, and I'll gladly send them out to you. This is all about being there and helping one another. So share with your friends. Again, my website is www.thelightgiverstories.com. My books are available for sale everywhere books are sold. Um, and thank you. Thank you for honoring me with your presence today. I'm really, really grateful. And if you ever have any questions about the books, about anything, please feel free to reach out to me at Peggy, P-E-G-G-Y, at thelightgiverstories.com. I am always here to help, offer any advice I can. And again, if you have any ideas that you want to share, something that you have done with children you love, or something that you think might work, please share it with us. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful day. I appreciate you joining me, and the blessed new year. Bye.